Fabian, great to see you again here at the Pfronten Open House. Now, a year ago, we looked at the DMF 400 machine. We did a great video on that. Today, we're going to be talking about the DMU 60. This is one of the highlights of the show, isn't it? I mean, this range of machines is just advancing all the time. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the changes on the 60 eVo?
Yeah, so also for me, a pleasure to have you here every year. We never sleep in Seebach, and now we have our latest innovation with the second generation of the DMU 60 Evolution. And for us, it's improved in every single detail, or we call it the revolution in your shop floor, because yes, it's mainly more or less an evolution if you look inside in the machine, but except in the unique table kinematics, everything is changed.
Okay, now I want to just stress as well at this point that the evolution range is around about 3,500 machines in the field.
Yes.
I remember at my time at DMG all those years ago selling the 50 Evolution, such a popular model. It's just got better and better, isn't it? So tell us about some of the changes and the enhancements now on this model.
Yeah. So in general, it starts in 1994. It was the first simultaneous able machining. Now we have a lot of experience, and the first generation of the 60 Evolution is currently now since 2011 available. So it's also nearly 15 years in the market, and times are changing. The future topics like automation, all this stuff, will be more and more important. And this is, we have to produce a new base of machine. And yes, so we look at, it must be suitable for automation. It must be performance.
It's the machining transformation, isn't it? That's all part of your big strategy.
Yeah. And all these, the machine must be the base for all these future topics. And this is exactly what we see here. And yes, some improvements are for sure the bigger working area. So we have 44% a bigger working area with a smaller footprint of 20%.
How'd you do that?
Yes, it's very easy, because in a former version of the Evolution, we have a horizontal tool magazine. So, and if you imagine a big tool magazine in a horizontal way, costs a lot of floor space.
Yeah.
Now we put it in this direction. Now we have the possibility to rise up to 300 tools. There we combine several chains together, like on dual block wheel type magazines.
Which I guess you may need if you've got automation, like we'll see in a minute on this machine.
This is exactly.
So how do you improve the working envelope on here then? What's changed in actually inside to give you more space?
Yeah. So inside we have more traveling in the x-axis, about 100 up to now 750 millimeters. We have in y and in z-axis 550 millimeters. So this is 100 millimeters more in the z-axis as in the predecessor. So this is an amazing.
And didn't you say because of the shape of the table now and the layout, that there's less opportunity for collision as well, which is how you get a greater working envelope?
Out of the bigger working area, we don't have now any collision during the tool measurement and all this stuff. So you see here, perfect arrangement of the tool measurement system next to the table, and so you don't have any collision with the maximum workpiece on the table. So.
And I see the same with the tool changer here. You've got a different door on this by the looks of it.
Exactly. Also this we are rethinking. We say to us why we have to made it like in the past, what we can improve. And out of the new concept of the door, it has, yes, we open the door in a completely different way, and even when the door is not open completely, we can already start the tool changing process, and out of this we save 1 second of chip to chip time and came down from 5.5 to 4.5 seconds, and this is a big benefit. So
if you multiply that over lots of tool changes, it's going to be a big...
Especially if you have a lot of tool changing, you save a lot of time.
And the speed of the machine, the dynamics, looking at the table move, looking at all the axes move, it seems incredibly quick. Has anything changed there? Is it faster?
Yeah. This is not why we increased the feed rate, because the Evolution was already a really fast machine in the past. So we have, with the linear variant of the machine, a high dynamic of 80 feet rate, 80 meters. But what we improved is a much more bigger machine bed with much more stable, and we can bring up the acceleration of the machine. And so it's like in the Formula 1, you win only the race if you are fast in the curves and not on the long straights. Yeah,
absolutely.
And this is exactly what we are doing here. We are now so much faster in the curves we save a lot of time at the part in the end, not with the on the longs in the race.
Now, when you're machining, you get lots of swarf as well. You've changed slightly the way that the swarf is extracted to help with the operators too, haven't you? To keep up with the demands, I guess, from the machining.
Also, this new door brings us to rethink we need space a little bit for the cabin more, because, and this is why we rotate a little bit the tool, the chip conveyor. And when you now look inside, the chip conveyor is more or less directly under the table. And this brings us to the situation that we had a much more bigger opening for the chip conveyor. And yes, the slopes are really angled and the chips are falling down, no more. So you are really stable in your process even when you automate this.